anyway.
But the referee's played a good advantage. Bale using that pace. Can he finish it? Oh, what a goal!
Gareth Bale has been everywhere over the last 24 hours, not for a scintillating performance.
But you talk about someone, when he was fit and on top form, unstoppable. Absolutely unstoppable. Pace, power, his left foot, some of the goals he scored.
Gareth Bale's career took him from Southampton's academy to becoming a superstar at Real Madrid. Known for his incredible speed and powerful left foot, Bale could change a game in seconds.
I think Gareth Bale do it well.
One of the players that makes the difference at any...
At his best, he was one of the world's top players, winning multiple Champions League titles and setting transfer records. But just how good was Gareth Bale in his prime? Let's look back at the career of this Welsh wanderer. So, Gareth Bale's story began in the youth academy at Southampton. In 2006, at the tender age of 16, Bale made his professional appearance for the Saints. He was initially used as a left back, and straight from the start you could tell this kid was special. His speed, crossing ability and knack for taking free kicks soon got him on the radar of bigger clubs. In 2007, Tottenham Hotspurs signed Bale for £5 million. Still, he didn't get off to the easiest of starts in North London. His early years for Spurs were stung by injuries and inconsistent form, as Spurs went from 24 matches without a victory with Bale in the lineup, earning him the tag as a jinx from some fans. But Tottenham never lost faith in the young Welshman. At White Hart Lane, manager Harry Redknapp saw something special in Bale and made a crucial decision, moving Bale from left back to left wing to unlock his real potential. The transition started the transformation of Bale from a promising youngster into one of the most feared attackers in the Premier League. It would lay the bedrock for his breakthrough and rise to stardom. The 2010-11 season was really when Gareth Bale arrived on the world stage. Tottenham had qualified for the Champions League, and Bale took full advantage of the opportunity to express himself against Europe's elite. On the 20th of October 2010, Bale dramatically changed his fortunes with a performance that would give his career its due course. In a group stage match against reigning European champions Inter Milan, away in the San Siro, Tottenham found themselves 4-0 down at half-time and reduced to 10 men. What followed was nothing short of remarkable. He scored a second-half hat-trick, each goal more stunning than the one preceding it. His pace and clinical finishing left Inter's backline in tatters. Spurs' 4-3 defeat mattered little as Bale announced his arrival in European football. This was followed up in the return fixture at White Hart Lane, where the terror of Bale continued. Bale managed 2 assists in a 3-1 win that sealed his reputation as one of the most exciting young players in Europe. This image of Bale repeatedly accelerating past Maicon was one of the abiding memories of that Champions League campaign. His performances upon his return to Premier League were equally good. Bale, with his speed, power and technique, was a nightmare for any defender. He had the ability to beat opponents on both inside and outside, deliver pinpoint crosses, and strike the ball with incredible power from distance. By the end of that season, Bale won the PFA Players Player of the Year award, the 4th Spurs player to receive this accolade and the 1st Welshman. His breakthrough year had seen him become one of the most impressive players in the Premier League, but it merely set the stage for even greater feats in the years to come. While Bale's breakthrough season was impressive, it was the 2012-13 campaign that really showed him at the top of his game in a Tottenham shirt. This was the season where Bale changed from an excellent winger to a genuine world-class attacking force. His statistics this season were staggering: 21 goals and 4 assists in 33 appearances. While it was not just the figures that impressed, it was the manner of his performances. There seemed little doubt that Bale was capable of winning matches single-handedly, often with spectacular goals either from range or after mazy runs. Some of his goals that season had become part of Premier League folklore. The last-minute winner against West Ham, when he picked up the ball 30 yards from goal and let fly with an unstoppable shot into the top corner. Or the goal against Norwich, where he ran half the length of the pitch before finishing coolly. These weren't just goals. They were statements of a player operating at the height of his powers. Bale's performances saw him take a clean sweep of the individual awards as he won the PFA Players Player of the Year, PFA Young Player of the Year and FWA Footballer of the Year to become the 2nd player after Cristiano Ronaldo to win all 3 in one season. By the end of the season, one thing was certain: Gareth Bale had outgrown Tottenham. His performances had lured in the big boys of Europe, and the stage was all set for a high-profile transfer. Gone was the promising youngster. In his place stood one of the most sought-after players in the world. Obviously, his time in North London was nearing its end. In the summer of 2013, Gareth Bale became the most expensive footballer in history when Real Madrid paid a reported £85.3 million to secure his services. The transfer fee beat the previous record by Cristiano Ronaldo's transfer to the same club 4 years earlier. The transfer to Madrid was a different kettle of fish for Bale. No longer the big fish in the small pond. He would now be called upon to deliver at one of the biggest clubs in the world alongside some of the greatest players in the game. The pressure was huge on Bale. The Real Madrid fan base and the Spanish media are notoriously demanding, and the price tag that was around Bale's neck meant every performance would be scrutinised. He weren't just supposed to perform well, but he was one of the best players in the world. Undaunted by the pressure, Bale set about the challenge with the best will in the world. He knew this move was an opportunity to fight for the biggest trophy in club football and a chance to test himself against the world's best every week. The stage was set for Bale to prove that he truly belonged among the elite of football. Gareth Bale easily fitted into life at Real Madrid, with his adaptation nothing short of impressive. He formed an attacking trio in his maiden season alongside Cristiano Ronaldo and Karim Benzema, which the Spanish media had christened BBC. This would go on to terrorise defenders across Spain and Europe for a number of seasons. Bale's maiden season at Madrid was topped off by 2 moments of magic that finally justified his astronomical price tag. One stunning winner came in the Copa del Rey final against Barcelona, where Bale picked up the ball inside his own half and, with a blistering run, outpaced Marc Bartra off the pitch as he cut inside to score. It was a goal that summed up everything that made him special: the pace, the directness, the ability to deliver at crucial moments. Throughout the next season, Bale continued to be important to Real Madrid's trophy hunting. He was instrumental in 3 back-to-back Champions League wins from 2016 to 2018. The culmination was the 2018 final against Liverpool, when he scored twice off the bench, including that stunning overhead kick. At his best in the Spanish capital, Bale offered up a full repertoire of qualities: devastating pace, magical moments with his left foot, and an aerial ability that simply gave him another dimension. Sometimes injuries did disrupt his rhythm, but when he was fit and firing, there were many more potent attacking forces in the world than Bale. At his best, Gareth Bale combined some rare physical and technical abilities to become a defender's nightmare. His most obvious quality was his blistering pace. Bale could accelerate past opponents with ease, both with and without the ball. That speed, combined with power and balance, made him almost unstoppable when in full flow. Technically, Bale was a great deal more than simply a speed merchant. His left foot, a potent and precise weapon, fully capable of delivering pinpoint crosses, swerving free kicks, and thunderous shots from distance. He also had the dribbling ability that allowed him to beat defenders both in tight spaces and during open field situations. Perhaps most importantly, Bale could produce in the big moments. Throughout his career, he showed an ability to score big goals in big games. Whether it be last-minute winners, cup final heroics, or Champions League spectacles, more often than not, Bale would rise to the occasion when it mattered most. This potent combination of physicality, technique, and mental toughness made peak Bale one of the most complete attacking players of his generation. He took control of games, as he could score, create, or merely pass defences with movement and speed. Gareth Bale don't only impress with his club honours. To Wales, he was no less than a revolution. Speaking of his contemporaries, Bale was often spoken in the same breath as Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi at the peak of his powers. Even if he never reached the consistent level of the pair, his power to influence big games puts him with the other elite players of his era, like Neymar, Luis Suarez, and Robert Lewandowski. Bale's legacy in football history is divided, and his 4-time Champions League winner with Real Madrid secures him as arguably the most successful British player to have ever played abroad. Yet, injuries and off-field issues clouded the latter part of his Madrid career. However, at his best, Bale was a player who could do things on a football pitch that few others could. His physical attributes and technique, put together with his proclivity for the spectacular, mean that he is definitely in the conversation when discussing the most exciting players of his generation. The journey from Southampton's prospect to a Real Madrid Galactico showed that Gareth Bale had something really special. On his day, a game-changing player whose combination of skill, speed and goals lit up a game. Injuries and inconsistencies may have stopped him from reaching the very pinnacle of the sport, but one could not deny the impact Bale created at his peak. For a spell, he was genuinely one of the best players in the world, a status confirmed by a crucial role in multiple Champions League victories and individual accolades. Prime Gareth Bale was simply a force of nature.